for the NFL, the NFL playoffs, and the Super Bowl.
50 years of lifetime.
Sports Radio 810 WHB.
Did you know on average people only review their insurance plans every 4 years? This is Corey Schnabel, owner of KC Insurance Group. Call KC Insurance Group today at 913-396-6320 for an obligation.
Added a 30, got Michael.
Current policy is the best fit for you? We'll tell you. If not, we'll save you some money with a tailored proposal from one of the best carriers in Kansas City. It's truly a win-win. KC Insurance Group voted 2019's best agency by Pitch Magazine. 913-396-6320 or visit us online at kcinsured.com.
You've waited all week long for the ship to arrive. Well, it's here. The Ship with Darren Smith, here on Sports Radio 810 WHB.
It's all fun and games till we get into the ring, and then you find out who's softer than Aquafina if you can, because all I bring is heat. You can call me jalapeno, keep my name out your mouth unless you're trying to sing accolades that you get from seeing a champion being belt, your ring. If you gotta show you bling, then tune into the shit where we talk about it, man. But if you tune in, you better know Showtime. Then every time I speak, man, he's gonna speak his mind. Keeping the straight facts while others they just assume. Keeping it 100 while faking there's no room. With the livest interviews and the hottest guests, you done dealt with the rest. Now roll with the best. But before I forget, let me get back to the script. Introduce you to the host of the ship, Darren Smith.
Good evening, and thank you for staying up this time of the night. This is Darren Smith, host of the ship here on Sports Radio 810 WHB. Thank you so very much. Those of you all listening to us either on the radio, on your mobile devices, on the internet, or even watching us on social media. I'm Darren Smith. I am live, coming to you on location. I'm actually sitting on the couch in my hotel room in Las Vegas for the Chiefs, getting prepared, obviously, for Chiefs Raiders week here in Las Vegas. Nice little takeover this week. I flew out earlier today. Was on a plane full of Chiefs fans who came out to Las Vegas, I guess, to come be like me, I guess, do some gambling, enjoy the city nightlife here in Las Vegas, and, of course, enjoy the Chiefs this Sunday taking on the Las Vegas Raiders, of course. That game will be taking place at Allegiant Stadium with a 7:20 local Kansas City time kickoff on Sunday Night Football on NBC. And, of course, here locally, the game will kick off at 5:20 in the afternoon. Joining me this evening to talk about this and so much more tonight, Mr. Tyler Jones, an on-air personality at KLWN out of Lawrence, Kansas. Tyler, good evening to you.
Darren, good to talk to you, man. You left me behind. I thought we were going to Vegas, man. I was ready to go, man.
Hey, look, man. When it comes to traveling, man, I don't look. I ask once. If you say no, I keep it pushing. Also joining us on the show, of course, he is the sports director for KLTV ABC 7 down in Tyler, Texas, the home of our Super Bowl MVP quarterback Patrick Mahomes, Mr. Michael Coleman. Michael, good evening to you.
Hey, how you guys doing?
We are doing okay.
Good.
Obviously, I will say we're doing much better than the Las Vegas Raiders. I know right now they've placed a lot of their defensive players on the COVID-19 list this week. Now, I'm sitting here looking at the news here locally. It looks as though that a lot of the they didn't have any positive tests today, so they could end up having some of their defensive players coming back on this Sunday to play against the Kansas City Chiefs. And right now they have 10 of the 11 players that are on defense, which includes Corey Littleton, Cleveland Farrell, Arden Key, Kendall Vickers, David Irving, Malik Collins, Jonathan Hankins, safety Jonathan Abrams, LaMarcus Joyner, and cornerback Isaiah Johnson. And on the offensive side of the ball, Trent Brown. So, of course, obviously, at the moment, the game is scheduled to continue to go as is on this Sunday night. Now, the Chiefs are a 7-point favorite right now. Hopefully, they will cover the spread with the money that I have on this game, Tyler. But looking at this game, of course, the Chiefs, they lead the all-time series by 12 games, 65-53-2. They won 5 of the past 6 games. But the last time these two teams met, Raiders upset, knocked the Chiefs off, who had won, I believe, 13 games in a row. Knocked them off in October, 40-32 at Arrowhead Stadium. Tyler, what can we expect in this rematch this Sunday night?
Well, we know that Andy Reid is incredible when it comes to responding to bye week. And when you look at this game of, looking for revenge against the Raiders here, I think the Chiefs are going to deliver a statement on Sunday night. I expect them to pull out all the stops. I think we've seen this team play at about 70 to 75% of what they're capable of so far throughout this season. And I think that we'll see closer to that 90 to 95% mark. I think they're going to lay everything out on the line because you look at the first matchup, and it was very rare that we talk about somebody not only just beating the Chiefs, but also the fact beating the Chiefs in the fashion that the Raiders did of going toe-to-toe with the Chiefs offensively. And I think if you're the Chiefs, you realize you have to play your A game now, that you can't hold anything back in this case. The thing I'm looking for the Chiefs, though, where I see this game being different, though, is that you look back at that first matchup, and the Raiders had to throw the football because Josh Jacobs was a little dinged up. He wasn't 100%. Now you got a Josh Jacobs that's 100%, that looks like one of the best backs in the National Football League. I think the Raiders are going to play a different style in the sense of that they're going to run the ball first to open up the play action pass and try to expose the Chiefs' poor run defense. I think that's going to be the key for the Chiefs, is they're really going to slow down Josh Jacobs defensively. That'll be the number one priority for them on that side of the ball.
Michael, as Tyler has said, obviously the Chiefs' run defense has been something that they've been sorely lacking thus far this season. They've been off and on. Some games they'll shut down the run. Other games teams have run wild. Obviously, Josh Jacobs, as you mentioned before, he rushed for 77 yards and 2 touchdowns the last time these two teams played. But how much of a factor is it going to be? And I agree with Tyler that they are going to have to run the ball. Obviously, keep Patrick Mahomes off the field. And I know Sterling hates when I talk about ball control, but when you look at that, the Raiders are really going to have to score a lot of points, and they're going to need ball control because depending on how their defense look and who they have back for on the defensive side of the ball, because again, right now they have 10 starters that are out for this game unless they all end up testing negative by Sunday evening. This game could get out of hand. Obviously, if you're Kansas City, with a defense from the Raiders that's pretty much going to be on life support right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's tough to beat the same team twice, obviously, and I'm pretty sure Gruden and company are going to try the same method to a degree, but I think Andy Reid and Mahomes and that offense is going to take them out of the game plan. They're going to be forced to throw. They're going to say, we want to see if your guy can beat us with his arm, and I think this will be a different game than what it was weeks ago or months ago or whatever it was. And like I said, they're going to try to jumpstart the offense with that run game to open up the passing game. But I just don't think they're going to be in position to throw when they want to throw. They're going to be forced to throw in a hurry, because what they don't want to do is get this game out of hand at home in Vegas to the Chiefs. And when the game is over, the Raiders are going to say, "Didn't we beat these guys last?" Because I think they're going to put a whooping on them. I really, really do. I think they can put some points on them this weekend.
Now, Tyler, I look back to that last meeting. I was at Arrowhead when these two teams played, and I was thoroughly shocked. Obviously, they messed up my 19-0 prediction. They messed up my bets for the day. But one of the things that the Chiefs really didn't prepare for, that I do believe that we might get another dose of, is the rookie wide receiver Henry Ruggs. I know that game, I think he had a career high 118 yards receiving. I know he had a touchdown in that game against the Chiefs. That's something, of course, speed that they see only on a daily basis against the Tyreek Hill, but somehow, some way, they weren't really prepared for that. And then also you look at Darren Waller. Travis Kelce himself has said that he's one of the best up-and-coming tight ends in the game right now. And obviously when you look at this game on Sunday night.
Yeah, but occasionally, he's back. We got him back now.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Okay, great.
So I'm sorry.
I have never heard anybody shut you up.
Well, I apologize about that, Tyler. But Tyler, as I was saying, Henry Ruggs, performed well the last time these two teams played along with Darren Wallace. So offensively for the Raiders, yeah, they do have the weapons and they do have everything that you want in an offense to go up against the Kansas City Chiefs if you're a Raiders fan. Again, with the defense that we've been trotting out there, obviously you want to do, and I expect Steve Spagnuolo to change the defense this time around to obviously to go up against the run game against the Raiders.
Yeah, I would expect that to be the case, that they'll be well prepared, and I think that's where that bye week is going to be big for this Chiefs team. You look back at last season, when they went in the second half of the year, in particular the month of December, that defense was a whole nother ball game. They were a whole lot better last year in that second half of the year compared to the first half of the year. This year, the Chiefs defense has been good, not great, not bad, but I think that you're looking for this defense to take that next big step. And I think that they can deliver a statement on Sunday here and really, give Derek Carr lots of fits and try to shut down that run game. Before this last matchup, we were all saying how much the Chiefs had Derek Carr's number and just how much they'd owned him and such here. I think that you're going to see them go back to giving Derek Carr the fits that they've been accustomed to in previous years against the Raiders.
All right, I'm live in Las Vegas at the Venetian. So if y'all want to come down, don't come down tonight now, because after I get off the show at 10 o'clock here locally, midnight there, I'm going to bed. I'm tired. My body is still on Kansas City time. And Mike, I learned a valuable lesson. You cannot mix dark liquor and light liquor together at the same time. So, you learn a thing or two when you're taking shots out here.
You just now figured that out?
Well, look, taking shots with some Chiefs fans, I'm like, hey, I wasn't buying, so it is what it is. But we do have a caller. If you want to join in, you give us a call at 913-381-810. We have Butch on the line. Butch, good evening to you.
Gentlemen, how's it going?
It's going well. I mean, I'm in Vegas, so I'm good.
Smith, I hear you on that one, my brother. Yeah, back in my day, I went to the University of Missouri. I mixed my fair share of dark and light liquors together. Let me tell you, it's a headache the next morning, man. I'm praying for you, brother.
Well, I appreciate it. See, Mike, I'm not alone in this, so. What's going on?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. What's your question, Butch?
Man, I was just going to make a couple quick points. I'll let y'all digest this. Look, you're absolutely right. When we go into this matchup with the Raiders, what really got us into a lot of trouble, like I talked about on a couple after post-game shows on that game. Look, Derek Carr, that's the best game I've probably ever seen him have. That was 2016 Derek Carr, that MVP Derek Carr that we saw. And, the running game was going to be there for the Raiders. What they did, they whipped us up front. Okay, I don't think I heard Chris Jones' number called. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think I heard Tershawn Wharton's name called. And that's going to have to change on Sunday if we don't want to get ran out of the building, because that's what that offense can do. They are good enough. We need to stop talking about the Raiders like they're not a good team. They're a good team. They're a good offensive team. And they smoked us. They got behind us. Nelson Aguilar is catching the football. I can't believe it. Henry Ruggs was healthy that game. He got behind us too. It was too easy. So this game, Steve Spagnuolo is going to try to keep the pressure on. They're going to have to win on the defensive line of scrimmage a little bit, but they can't let anybody run behind them. They're going to have to step up, challenge these wide receivers. I think they'll be game for that. They get 2 to 3 stops. We want to put this on, guys. I'll let you discuss this. How many stops? Is it going to be 4, 5? I say 4 stops, and we win, because our offense is going to run right through them. Hot knife through butter, they're not going to be able to stop us. They're going to have to be able to keep up. They're going to have to throw to do so. I say 4 stops, and we win. Thank you.
Butch, I appreciate that. Mike, I'm going to say that the Chiefs are going to get 3 stops. Look, the key to this game is that, one, the Chiefs, I know with Andy Reid, I believe he's like either 18-3 or 19-3 following a bye in his career. I think at one time he'd only lost 1 game. So, look, I expect him to win this game. Obviously, there's been a lot of talk about about the victory lap around Arrowhead Stadium. Look, to me, It's hard to imagine that these teams, actually look at something like that and keep that in the back of their mind, like that's gonna make them play better. But if I'm Andy Reid, well, one thing I'm sure that they are going to do, they're going to make sure that they at least beat them by a minimum of 2 touchdowns. Now, again, they're 7-point favorites. I'm betting on them to cover and then some. But I don't think that this game is going to be as close as the last game was, which, of course, Kansas City lost, which was also the first loss Patrick Mahomes has suffered by more than 7 points. Mike, you agree, disagree? What say you?
Oh, yeah, they're going to run the score. They're going to put some points on the board. They're going to make a statement early. And then, again, you're talking about the lap around the stadium or whatever. And, it's good copy. I saw what Gruden had said earlier this week regarding a smart aleck bus driver in Kansas City. You can find one. Maybe it was for him, as he said. But, Gruden likes little games. He likes that kind of stuff. But I just think this is going to be when this game is over, it's going to be hard to believe that the Raiders beat Kansas City at Arrowhead after Sunday.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't think the game's at Arrowhead. I think it's at Allegiant. I mean, in Las Vegas, Mike. So
no. I mean, what I'm saying is the way the Raiders beat the Chiefs at Arrowhead.
Oh, okay.
Folks are going to shake their heads and ask, "How did that happen?"
Now, Tyler,
Kansas City.
If you're Andy Reid, now I believe obviously that he and John Gruden, they get along. But do you think Andy Reid, and I don't know, maybe just me, maybe I'm just petty. I've been known to be very petty in my lifetime, but if you're Andy Reid, if you win this game, hey, don't laugh. But if you're Andy Reid, do you take a victory lap around Allegiant Stadium after the game?
No, I would not worry about doing something like that. I mean, you already have the Chiefs jersey at midfield buried into their stadium by a Chiefs fan. I mean, that's got the better story, I think, the fact that it's going to be there forever. So, no, you just move on and let that be and leave things from there. I didn't think the victory lap was that big of a deal. I thought it was very much blown out of proportion and just gave us something to talk about for a couple of days. Wasn't that big of a deal, to be honest with you.
I'm not gonna lie. And look, I like petty stuff like that. That's just me. I mean, obviously it's good copy for us. But in all seriousness, no, I do like petty stuff like that because you kind of need stuff to kind of keep the rivalry going. Because you got to remember, the Chiefs have been beating Oakland or the Raiders for the last 3-4 years, with ease. And so for the fact that they've been able to, I guess the Raiders finally come to Kansas City and win a game in the manner in which they did. Look, I don't have a problem with the victory lap. I think that adds to the fuel. I think that adds fuel to the fire. Rudy, I'm sorry, not Rudy, but Tyler, before we get you out of here, what's the score on Sunday's game?
I think the Chiefs win this game. I'll say that they pulled this one off. Let's say 31-17 is the final score. The Chiefs play really well defensively. I think that's the statement that they make more than anything is really slow down the Raiders. I think, Mahomes and company is going to play really well offensively. But it's what the defense does, slow down Josh Jacobs and Derek Carr, that will deliver that message and will be a big-time win. And Darren, I'm glad you're having a good time in Vegas, but I got to tell you, I cannot wait till next year when we can go out there to this game and see the Chiefs Kingdom take over Allegiant Stadium and then do it in L.A. at the new SoFi Stadium against the Chargers and such. I think this is going to be 2 fun annual visits in the future there in the AFC West, where the Chiefs could have potentially 2 additional home games, essentially, with just takeovers of fan bases down the road. So, Raiders, this will be your last time having some home field of some sorts there at your own stadium for the foreseeable future.
Tyler, I thought about this, and I'm sorry because I can't let you go just yet. KU last night, I hate to switch the subject, but I got to get your thoughts on it. Udoka Azubuike was drafted in the first round last night. I believe Devon Dotson was signed with the Bulls as an unrestricted rookie free agent last night after the game. I just want to get your thoughts. I know we both covered KU, so I want to get your thoughts on that before we got out.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy for Doak. He went about as high as he possibly could have, and he goes to a good organization in the Utah Jazz. The Jazz have been a team that's been in the playoffs the last several years, and to get to play alongside Rudy Gobert. I know Gobert is a knucklehead for how he handled the coronavirus, but he's a heck of a ball player, and he'll learn a lot from being alongside Gobert. So I like that for him being there in Utah. For Devon, I hated it that he didn't get drafted. I mean, he should have been drafted. He was an All-American. 6'2", he's got the height, he's got the size, he can shoot. I don't know what the NBA was looking for. I feel bad for him that he didn't get drafted. I thought that he was even a first-round talent. The fact that he didn't get drafted just blows my mind. But if he didn't get drafted, the fact that he did end up with his hometown Chicago Bulls, he grew up a big Derrick Rose fan, that was his idol, that's cool. So he gets the two-way contract. I'm happy in that sense that it worked out for him to stay home and be with a team that is trying to find young talent. He's going to have a real opportunity to succeed and get playing time right away there with that Chicago team. So that's what we're looking at for both those guys there, and wish them nothing but the best. And Kansas basketball starting a week from today when they take on number one Gonzaga. I know we're spending a lot of time talking Chiefs, and rightfully so, but we're going to have some great KU basketball here in the coming days as they try to repeat as national champions, right?
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, they of course that game is next week, next Thursday actually, Thanksgiving, and then of course they open up the season again with the Champions Classic in Indianapolis, Indiana, as well on December the 1st. So, two big games for KU coming up in the next 2 weeks, and of course KU football against Texas postponed this Saturday as well. So, not that I was going to be missing that game at all, but yeah, that game is off to say. Mike, before we go to break, who you got winning between Chiefs and the Raiders?
Well, I got the Chiefs winning, and I got them putting up 33 points to their 20, but it won't even be like that. The score will not be indicative of domination the KC's going to have over the Raiders.
All right. Well, we'll take a quick timeout. Come back, Mike. You and I will take a look at the NBA. And, of course, we'll also get a look at some of these other NFL games this weekend. And kind of, I don't know if you saw that Thursday night game, but Arizona Cardinals kind of pissed me off. But Isaiah Simmons had a great game for a local kid back home. Keep it locked into the ship right here on Sports Radio 810 WHB.
You're listening to the hottest new sports show in Kansas City, The Ship with Darren Smith, here on Sports Radio 810 WHB.
Swing into Edwin Watts Golf Shops this holiday season for the hottest gifts from Titleist. Featuring the Titleist TSI metals with an all-new aerospace titanium-based construction that's never been used before in golf. This new engineering pushes the boundaries of speed. TSI is faster in air and faster in impact to give you the longest, straightest, best-looking, best-sounding Titleist metals ever. Come into Edwin Watts Golf Shops and get custom fit today. Edwin Watts Golf Shops, your holiday headquarters since 1968, and shop online at worldwidegolfshops.com.
If you or someone you love are struggling with addiction, or if you feel like alcohol or drugs are doing more harm than good in your life, call Goldbridge Treatment Center at 913-837-GOLD. They are the new premier residential treatment center in Kansas. They provide highly individualized treatment with qualified professionals and amazing luxury facilities like no other in the entire Midwest. Call Goldbridge today and take the first step towards the life you want. Visit goldbridgetc.com today.
After the year we've had, Diamonds Direct thinks she deserves something really special. So our annual pre-holiday store-wide sale is bigger and better and longer than ever. All this week you get an extra 20% savings on virtually everything. Rings, earrings, pendants, bands, bracelets, and expanded selection from all our top designers. You save 20% and more. Special financing too. It's happening now through Sunday. The last store-wide sale before Christmas with the best prices all year. Now through Sunday at Diamonds Direct.
At 119th and Rowe. Our friends at American Shaman have a smoking hot new product I'm just burning to share with you. Shaman Smokes come in a pack of 20. They're available in cherry, grape, menthol, and original unflavored hemp. So when you're feeling the drag, spark up a Shaman Smoke for the satisfying and relaxing effects of legal hemp. Shaman Smokes are not intoxicating and contain absolutely no nicotine. Ask for Shaman Smokes at your favorite convenience store or pick them up at your local American Shaman. Shaman Smokes from American Shaman. Life is better with the feather.
If you owe back taxes, there's a lot you need to know, starting with rule number 1. Don't mess with the IRS. They are cracking down this year by sending out heart-stopping letters, actively garnishing paychecks, levying bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. That's all true. But it's also true there's a way out. It's called the Fresh Start Initiative, an important government program for tax debt assistance. It's one of the biggest breaks the IRS has ever offered, so now's the time. You could qualify for tax relief that saves you thousands, even tens of thousands. Nobody knows this program like the award-winning experts at Optima Tax Relief. They have a plus rating with the Better Business and will fight to get you the best deal possible. Don't mess with the IRS. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Rock your home with new tops from Kansas City's best countertop fabricator, Rock Tops. They custom fabricate and install stone surfaces that will make you fall in love with your home. Making homes look incredible is Rock Tops' thing. Being nice just comes naturally. Rock Tops offers carry-out samples and virtual or in-home appointments. Call 913-782-0802 or go to rocktopskc.com. Mention 810 Rocks to receive 10% off right now.
You're right on par in your M&M Golf Car.
M&M Golf Cars is proud to offer the Onward Club Car. Dynamic stability, handling, and superior comfort. It's a perfect Christmas gift the entire family will enjoy. M&M Golf Cars at 4252 Northeast Port Drive in Lee Summit. Call 816-795-7575 or visit mmgolfcars.com.
You're right on par in your M&M Golf Car. M&M Golf Cars.
All right, welcome back to the ship here on Sports Radio 810 WHB. Darren Smith with you live from Las Vegas, Nevada, doing the show out here tonight. Of course, in town for the Chiefs-Raiders game. Of course, a lot of folks, again, from Kansas City flew out today and will continue to fly out over the weekend as they decide to take over Las Vegas in honor of the Chiefs taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Mike, one of the things I missed talking about earlier is that Bo P. Keys and Eric Fisher returned to practice today in full capacity for the Kansas City Chiefs. Mike Remmers, Rashad Fenton, and Sammy Watkins were limited, and Taco Charlton, along with Darrell Williams, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and Mitchell Schwartz did not practice today. I do believe that McCole Hardman is still on the COVID-19 reserve list. So at the moment, like I said, I believe that Taco Charlton probably will not play. I believe he's out because I think he did fracture his leg against the Panthers a couple of weeks ago. But McCole Hardman, I don't expect him to play Sunday. I know on the Zoom call earlier today, Dave Tobe did mention that they will probably have Tyreek Hill returning kicks. Now, as good as he is, I know he hasn't done it in a minute, but I'm not sure if that's really a wise move to have him returning kicks against the Raiders, knowing how much he's going to be expending on the offensive side of the ball. Your thoughts on that?
Well, mixed on that. I mean, obviously, if he has the ability, I know you're not doubting that at all. I know that.
No, not at all.
I don't see a problem with it. I mean, it used to be a time when that sight wasn't so unusual, and I think if nothing else, psychologically, it tells the Raiders, we have to deal with him in this situation too, kind of deal, especially a lot of the guys that don't get a chance to get a lot of reps, and they're, the guys who are on the special teams, they're not making no tackle. They're going to be, because that's why they're on special teams. But no, I think it'd be a boost. I'm good with that.
Now, Mike, of course, you cover the Dallas Cowboys. I know they were
So are you concerned about it? Are you concerned about injury? Are you concerned about him getting hurt?
Well, look, obviously because of the magnitude of the game, obviously, look, the Raiders, they're number 5 in the AFC. The Chiefs are number 2. You need to have, all hands on deck now. And we saw what Byron Pringle was able to do on kickoff returns, which is why McCole is no longer doing the kickoff. We have Byron Pringle now. Dave Tobe also said that, not McCole, but he also said that Demarcus Robinson could return kicks as well as Rashad Finn. So they have other players that can do it, but I think he did say that his first option would be Tyreek Hill. My only inclination is that knowing what you're hoping to get from Tyreek on the offensive side of the ball, why risk an injury, on the off chance that he gets injured, returning a kick for Kansas City? That's my only main concern.
Yeah, and I understand the concern. I don't know. They're football players. They're football players, and I think sometimes fans and media get so wrapped up in, limit you because we don't want you to get hurt. Hey, they're football players, dude.
Well, no, but what I'm saying,
they know what they're doing.
No, but what I'm saying, Mike, again, like Byron Pringle, if he's not going to get that many reps on the offensive side of the ball, allow him to return the kickoffs and the punt, and the punts. That's my deal versus just trying to keep him there.
Okay, that context unaware of, and you're right. So yeah, if he's there, why go by this guy to get to the guy? So yeah.
Look, and don't get me wrong.
Both back there, make him get it.
Yeah, I would do as well. And look, I believe that Tyreek Hill could do it. I mean, I don't have any doubt. I mean, when he came in last year, you saw one. Well, there's not going to be any fans at the stadium, but the difference that he made against the Minnesota Vikings last year, when they thought that he was going to return the ball and they ended up kicking the ball out of bounds just because they didn't want him returning it. So I mean, look, I get it, but obviously this is a game that that the Raiders feel that they can win because they've already got a win over Kansas City. So why again put yourself at a disadvantage? And having Tyreek back there more than likely is generally an advantage, but because he hasn't returned any kicks this season, I just wouldn't do it. That's just, I just wouldn't do it because now it looks like you're desperate versus just pulling out all the other options that you have with players who can return kicks in McCole Hardman's absence.
Well, no, if you've got capable guys, positioned to make that, to do the kick returns, that's who you put in. And, I thought maybe somebody was hurt, and that's why they were like, I thought they were like break glass in case of emergency situation with Tyreek Hill. Unless they're just trying to, play with the heads of the Raiders.
Now, Mike, I got to ask you because I know you cover the Cowboys, and they were off last week along with the Chiefs. They played Minnesota Vikings right before the Chiefs game with the late afternoon game Sunday on Fox. What do they look like? Who's going to be starting for them? I know Minnesota. They've been on a little run lately, Mike. I know they just knocked off the Chicago Bears on Monday night. What can we expect from your Cowboys on Sunday?
Well, they haven't talked too much. They've been talking about the COVID because the NFL said everybody needs to be more secure. And Mike McCarthy talked a great deal about what their game plan is for the staff and for the players for the remainder of the season. And I know the big talk also was, are they tanking? And somebody brought up a scenario where if it comes down to them and the Giants, you want them to lose to to win to the Giants because they'll get the number 3 pick. Jerry, everyone's about how much time Jerry doesn't have left. That's been the big impetus why he wants to win a Super Bowl. They haven't announced who their quarterback's going to be yet. It won't be DiNucci. I'm pretty sure it won't be him.
Will it not be Dalton or what?
Andy Dalton. Yeah, it'll be Dalton or the kid that came in off the practice squad for Cleveland. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Dalton. The saying, because Dak ain't walking in that door anytime soon. But
Dak ain't doing no walking anytime soon.
Their defense. You got that right. So I'm betting it's going to be Dalton, and they'll go from there. You know, this could be an interesting matchup with them and the Vikings. You got Cousins back there, and then you got the Cook kid. I've got a feeling that these guys, I don't know, man. I might put a W by them.
By who?
It'd be a fluke. It'd be a FW, a fluke win. But it's going to be interesting to see how they respond, what they're going to do. They've been off for a week. They've been hearing people talk noise about them and all of that. Let's see how they handle that. You've had a week off, you know, just like Philly did, and they still got beat with the week off they had. So let's just see what they're going to be able to try to do.
All right, Mike, want to go through this right quick, obviously because we only got about 15 minutes left in the show, but I do want to get these picks, of course. I got some bets in while I'm out here in Vegas. I mean, you can't come out here and not make bets, but fortunately, you know, I try to hedge my bets on all things. I had Arizona winning a lot tonight, but I had Seattle winning a fair share as well. So Philadelphia, Cleveland, what say you? Who should I bet on for Sunday's game?
I'm even having to think about this one.
Now Cleveland's at home. Yeah, I mean, I don't trust Carson Wentz. Philly, you know, Philly had a chance to win.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and give. I got Philly beating Cleveland.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I have. Yeah.
You disappointed me, Mike. Okay, I got Cleveland winning this. Atlanta, New Orleans.
Do you really? What's the line, Mr. Vegas?
3 points for Cleveland. They're a 3-point favorite at home.
Interesting. All right, we're gonna see.
Now, New Orleans is a 4-point favorite at home over the Falcons, and obviously, you know, Drew Brees is going to be out of this game. 5 fractured ribs, collapsed lung. Looks like Jameis Winston is going to get the start in this game, but you know, as much as Jameis Winston could probably fling the ball, Atlanta, they've won 4 out of the last 5 games since they fired. Since they fired their former head coach, and Raheem Morris has been doing pretty good. You know, as the interim coach down there, so I can see Atlanta pulling the upset, but New Orleans, they need to keep the win up, and you know they need to stay ahead of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So I do see them winning this game.
You see New Orleans winning?
New Orleans winning and covering the 4
or Atlanta
spread.
winning?
No, I got New Orleans winning, covering the 4-point spread.
Okay, yeah, okay. I just want to make sure. No, I've got Atlanta losing to New Orleans.
All right, next up, I got Cincinnati and Washington. I got Alex Smith pulling out the win this Sunday at home against Cincinnati. Now he passed for 390 yards last week. Mike didn't get in the end zone at all, but he did play well. He impressed me. I still don't like him, but you know, he did play well in the loss against Detroit last week. I do believe he gets his first win back this Sunday.
I think Joe Burrow going to have a good day. I'm going to go with Joe and the Bengals.
Mike, you do know that Washington has like top 2 defense, right?
Well, let's see if the defense shows up this week.
Oh, okay. All right. Next up, you got Detroit at Carolina. I'm not sure what the status is of Teddy Bridgewater, but either way, I do have Detroit winning this game on the road against the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, I think Bridgewater's injury was not that big of a not saying that big of a deal, but it seemed pretty optimistic. But even without him, I've got I got Carolina over Detroit.
All right, now next up, Pittsburgh, Jacksonville. Jacksonville had no business keeping the game that close against the Green Bay Packers, as we screwed my parlays all the way up. But I got Pittsburgh winning this game against Jacksonville.
Upset alert! I got Jacksonville beating Pittsburgh.
Oh, Mike, come on, Mike. I thought you much better than this.
Pittsburgh is like, they're hanging in there. They're unbeaten. All that good stuff. All those headlines. Jacksonville, they don't read newspapers. They say, look, we got these guys. I got to go opposite of you, so I'm going to go with Jacksonville.
You don't have to, but you did. But now, before we go to break, this is the game that's going to time it. This is a game that's probably going to cost me money either way. Tennessee, Baltimore. Both of these teams, I believe they're 6-3. Both of the teams, they've been on the downside these last 2-3 weeks, Mike. Who do I go with, Tennessee or Baltimore in this game?
I go with Baltimore, dude, at home.
I mean, they've been at home, but Pittsburgh beat them.
What you got to do.
All right. Okay. Well, we'll go. I'll go with Baltimore.
Pittsburgh's a different level.
Now, Baltimore's a 5-point favorite too. So, does that matter?
Well, they'll be in their elements. They'll be at home. They'll be comfortable. Okay. Won't be no surprises. So Baltimore's going to take down Tennessee.
All right, Mike. We got bills to pay. Let me take a quick time out so we can close out the show, because I am here in Las Vegas and I got to go hit the crap tables before I go to bed tonight. Keep it locked into the ship right here on Sports Radio 810 WHB.
We'll be right back with more sports talk right here on the ship. Darren Smith here on Sports Radio 810 WHB.
The first ever major Arena Soccer League All-Star game is coming to Kansas City on Saturday, December 5th at 7 p.m. at Cable Dahmer Arena in Independence. The top professional indoor soccer from the MASL Western Conference will battle the All-Stars from the East, which will be led by KC Comets head coach Leo Gibson. The top indoor soccer players in the country are coming to Kansas City December 5th at Cable Dahmer Arena. Get your MASL All-Star game tickets today by calling 888-9-COMETS or by visiting Ticketmaster.com.
Skip the mall this holiday season and come to Shane Company, where shopping's safer and easier than ever. To keep everyone safe, we're taking extra precautions, including temperature screenings, mandatory masks, and social distancing. We've also installed a new air purification system with state-of-the-art technology. To make shopping easy for you, we have curated holiday gifts wrapped with a bow and ready to give. This year, one of my favorites is our exclusive star pendant with a natural ice blue sapphire for $165. It's the perfect gift for the star in your life. Another favorite, our elegant cultured pearl pendant with diamond accents for $465. Now you have a friend in the jewelry business. Shane Company and shaneco.com. Open weekdays 10 till 8, Saturday 10 till 5, and Sunday noon till 5.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
I'm attorney Mike DePasquale. I played linebacker. I won a state championship. I played Division I ball. I know a thing or two about winning. A winning attitude starts with confidence. My law firm is so confident in what we do that if we take your injury case and we don't win, you don't pay us a dime. So if you've been hurt, call me. My team wants to win for you. I've got this.
Mike's got this. All you need to know. 816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
There's nothing like the sounds of your son learning to dribble, or the sounds of your daughter learning to tap dance. A local family-owned hardwood flooring specialist company wants to help you remember these sounds for the rest of your life with a quality wood floor. Acme Floor has been in business for almost 100 years and is so entrusted with its workmanship and quality of materials that KU and MU called them to build their wood basketball courts. But Acme Floor can help you create the sounds and look you want in your home.
Can't hear anything. Oh, boy.
Go by their Lenexa showroom at 10100 Marshall Drive. 4-generation family owned and operated.
At J. Wolf Acura, you've found more than just a top-notch Acura dealer in Kansas City. Here you'll discover what a dealership should be. J. Wolf Acura offers customers experience and expert advice that are second to none. Not to mention their deals on new and used Acuras, cars, and SUVs. The J. Wolf difference isn't just about the sales department. Using genuine Acura parts, their factory-trained technicians will make sure your vehicle is well cared for. Call them or stop in at J. Wolf Acura to see how they can serve you better. 2 locations, 103rd and State Line in KCMO or 7727 Frontage Road in Overland Park.
Bring holiday joy to your home or office with Zarda Barbecue's new Black Box Catering. Celebrate the end of a challenging year by ordering fully customizable hot meals featuring your favorite hickory smoked meats and Zarda sides. Whether you have it ordered in or ready for carryout, Zarda Black Box Catering is a great way to bring your coworkers together without a buffet line. You can even add a tasty dessert. Call our Zarda Catering specialist today or go to Zarda.com. Zarda Black Box Catering, come get some.
Welcome back to the Ship here on Sports Radio 810 at WHB. Darren Smith with you live from Las Vegas, Nevada, site of the Chiefs coming to get their revenge on the Las Vegas Raiders this Sunday night on Sunday Night Football from Allegiant Stadium. Mike, before we get out of here, I do got to make this quick announcement, and that is that Gates Barbecue, of course, they are going to be serving turkey legs along. You can get you a yammer pie for $8.95. That's going to be going on through the holiday season. So make sure you can stop by any one of the 5 locations in Kansas City, and also know that you can get their wings, their world famous wings, at the main location on 31st and Main. So I had to make sure that I put that out there so folks can go out there and get it.
Well, they got it on Main Street now?
They got it on Main Street now. The restaurant on 10th and State has shut down, so now it's a little bit closer to my house, so I can always stop by there and get some. But Mike, before we get out of here, again, I want to remind everybody that if you're coming to Las Vegas, trust me, they are very, very, very much adamant about you wearing your mask. If you think that you're going to walk around this casino or the city without being masked up, you got another thing coming. So if you're coming in town just to hang out or just to get away, make sure you bring your mask and stuff, because they are serious about that here. But Mike, I don't know if you know about the Klay Thompson. He suffered another season-ending Achilles tear on his right leg this time around, and want to get your thoughts on that.
That's a tough deal. And I guess he was playing pickup ball when it happened, which, you have to have a question mark or a raised eyebrow on that. I mean, I don't know if it was under supervision or what, but, it's, as you know, the Achilles ain't no joke. We saw Eric Berry deal with that when he was with Kansas City, and some other guys who've had that injury, and they just weren't quite the same when they thought they were healthy. So hopefully, it doesn't bode well for him coming off this injury he's having, and now to deal with this injury, and to be out for the season. It's going to be tough. It's going to be real tough for him.
Yeah, and that's the thing, Mike, because last year in the NBA Finals, he tore his Achilles tendon on his left leg, during the finals against the Toronto Raptors, and of course sat out all this past season. And of course with the COVID and the extended break, you would think that he had a chance to become 100% healthy. And the fact that he tore his right one up in the pickup game that he had the other day, I mean, makes me wonder, where he was at in the recovery factor, because of course the season is scheduled to start in just a matter of a month or so. And so that's something, as well that the Golden State Warriors obviously wasn't prepared for. Now, they did draft a great kid in James Wiseman. He's probably going to be playing center. You got Draymond that's going to be power forward. You got Andrew Wiggins that's still out there. I don't think they couldn't make a trade for him before during the draft or whatever. And now I believe they're going to sign Kelly Oubre from OKC. So that'll be someone that can fill in. Obviously, he can't do what Klay Thompson did, because not many people can. But do you think that pickup is gonna be suffice for what they're going to be trying to do in bringing him from OKC?
The Wiseman kid, right? No, not Wiseman. Yeah, Wiseman.
Yeah, James.
Yeah, and that's why I say because I know he left Memphis under some crazy circumstances, which I thought was a stretch, to be honest with you. But, and that's why I say physically it's going to be tough for Klay Thompson to come back and be who he is, and him just being older and having not played And this young kid, if he, lives up to the draft spot he was drafted in, he can make some options for that team that may not include Klay Thompson.
Yeah, so of course, again, the Warriors are finalizing a trade to acquire Oklahoma City Thunder forward Kelly Oubre Jr. For a 2021 protected first-round NBA draft pick. Mike, before we get out of here, how can people get a hold of you on social media?
M. Coleman for Twitter. I took myself off of Instagram because I hardly use it. Some friends say, "Hey, I think you've been hacked," so I got rid of that. And Facebook. That's where I'm at. I'm just simple. I'm not hard to find. And if I was in Kansas City, I'd say you could find me in the line at Gates Barbecue, but since I'm not, you won't find me there.
Gotcha. Well, look, give Gina all my best. Appreciate you coming on. Look, we got, again, this
all right, my man.
Oh, yeah, of course, this Sunday, once again, Chiefs, Raiders, Sunday Night Football, 7:20 kickoff time. Of course, you can follow us on Sports Radio 810 WHB postgame. Joshua Briscoe will be on for a couple of hours to, following the Chiefs win on Sunday against the Raiders. Join me back tomorrow on ESPN Kansas City, along with Steve Walls and Sterling Holmes, and we'll bring you Darren and Sterling on 94.5 FM and 1510 AM. So until next time, please, social distance, wear a mask, stay 6 feet apart, stay safe. So until next time, we'll be off next week, obviously, because it is Thanksgiving. So I want to wish everyone a happy holiday as well in advance. So until then, God bless. Have a good night. Thank you so much.